I've checked my battery, my windshield washer fluid is good. I got proper snow tires on my car, appropriate gear, including reflective gear to keep me safe, flashlight, ice scraper, ice brush, and an umbrella. I'm all ready to drive in these conditions in the coming weeks. Carmen Weld.
Dick Cheney's book tour reached Vancouver and was met with hundreds of protesters claiming he should not have been let in Canada. I was at the protests and filed this report. A peaceful protest broke out in violence in Vancouver this week as Dick Cheney was in town to promote his book at the Vancouver Club. Over 250 protesters attended, alleging Cheney's war criminal status should not have allowed him in Vancouver. Code Pink and the Lawyers Against the War let their presence be known and were disappointed at our government's choice.
I can't believe that people would pay $500 to go and see a war criminal, a known person who has admitted that he believes that torture is legitimate.
Local MP Don Davies is disgusted someone like Cheney would be allowed in Canada given his acts of torture.
If you just take waterboarding, that is an act of torture. It involves strapping a person to a table, upside down, pouring liquid down their throat until they think they're going to die. So there's no excuse on the government's part. They were aware that he was coming and they could have taken action. And their silence has been deafening.
The Stop War Coalition organized the protests and wants Canada to follow the European model.
Cheney and Bush, they can't go to Europe. Switzerland has told them don't show up, they'll be arrested. Even the Conservative mayor of London said to George Bush, don't come to London, you're going to get arrested. So we have to change our government here in Canada because it's an embarrassment to the world.
I'm on the sidewalk here because my government should be here, and they're not here.
We live in a society where citizens are trying to fight against war torture, but our own city's police department is protecting him and letting facilitate such event.
Protests lasted into the night and extra police had to be called in. Dick Cheney's event went off as scheduled as he had actually arrived undercover earlier in the afternoon. Carmen Weld in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine. A Maple Ridge family dealing with a recent loss have received a much-needed boost from an entire home renovation from the Cornerstone Home Team. I was there when they revealed the new home. Here in Maple Ridge, the Curris family has just come home to a brand new house after being in Disneyland for a well-deserved vacation. The Curris family lost their father just this January, and the Home Team charity felt they were the perfect choice for a new home.
My husband died in January, and that was, you know, sort of, I guess, the catalyst for it. It was something we were doing together, and everything was a little bit overwhelming, so I think they just wanted to help.
Oh, it's awesome to see the result and the family, how excited they are, and the improvements that we made to their house and how that's going to change their life. No, this is our 9th project, so this is one of the bigger ones that we've done. But a lot of businesses want to just keep going. They keep asking me when's the next one, so we'll probably carry on for a while. It's a way for us to give back to the community, and it's just an awesome feeling to be able to help people out and help people out that are struggling, and the community really wants to rally around people like that, so it's neat to see how the community chips in too.
You know, the house is beautiful, and it'll be nice because we can just sit and enjoy the house. But what's more nice about is everyone coming together, and I think there's a lot of good people in this world, and it's heartwarming to know that. And my husband was a very good person, and he always said, what goes around comes around. That's true.
Diane Marshall and the ladies of the Knick Knack Nook are doing their part.
All of us, I think, had the same vision, which was Bowen's an island. We can see where that we have to take things off the island, and we wanted to save things from the landfill. We wanted to begin to stop taking things off the island and putting them in the garbage. I thought it would probably be a very slow kind of process, and we'd gradually build. But what surprised us is it was like, instead of having a baby in a bed, we had this probably 8 or 9-year-old running full tilt. So I would say ever since we've been sort of running to catch up.
Keeping that New Year's resolution is a little harder than you think. In fact, 50% of people get rid of their resolutions by mid-February. But there's some simple steps that you can take so that New Year's resolution turns into a lifelong plan.
New Year's time is one of the more exciting times here. I mean, everybody's got great intentions, great resolutions. They're coming in with plans to make themselves fitter, more capable, and more productive people for the year.
Health and fitness usually top the resolution lists. So what are the students' resolutions this year?
Stay in shape and finish school.
To get straight A's.
Exercising on a daily basis. But do it for yourself. Don't do it for other external reasons. It's got to be intrinsic.
At least a 2-week commitment, some optimism in yourself, and an awareness to change old bad patterns are key, says Wodinsky.
Come in slow, come in with a reasonable goal, and stick to your plans. Write them down on paper, write them every day, and commit to them. There's a greater purpose than getting into the middle of February.
With reasonable expectations, your goals written down, and at least a 2-week commitment, you too can make your New Year's resolution last all year long. Carmen Weld for BCIT Magazine.